Myself and the FeastGood.com team have tried over 22 diet tracking apps, but which one is the best? The staff at FeastGood.com is largely made up of nutrition coaches, and it comes as no surprise that the goal of most of their clients is weight loss. To stay on top of tools that help with this goal, our team signs up for apps and platforms and uses them for weeks, months, or even years to experience their capabilities firsthand. That being said, we also collect feedback from our clients about what apps work best for them and why, as well as what apps are terrible and why. Based on this experience, we can confidently recommend the apps based on user needs and circumstances that are the very best. We're not just guessing. We assess apps according to a variety of criteria and actually assign a score to each app so that they can be objectively ranked. So when we say that MacroFactor is #1, we mean it. In over 3 years of testing apps and pitting MacroFactor head-to-head with other competing macro tracking apps like 𝗪𝗵𝘆 and MyFitnessPal, MacroFactor consistently comes out on top. I don't say it lightly when I say it's like having a coach in your pocket. So let's talk more about this app and why we like it so much. MacroFactor was developed by Greg Nichols, who's the founder of a popular blog called Stronger by Science. MacroFactor is built on science-backed principles to help you lose fat without losing muscle. And it's not just Greg behind this, it's also backed by bodybuilding YouTuber Jeff Nippard, who has called it the best nutrition tracking app on the market. That kind of endorsement speaks volumes. Let's dive into what makes this app stand out. First and foremost, the calorie and macro targets are accurate, they're realistic, and most importantly, they're sustainable. When I first signed up and entered my details, the app suggested a daily intake of 2,200 calories. This is a far cry from the extreme 1,200 calorie diets that other apps have been pushing. And here's the best part. You can even set a floor, meaning a minimum calorie intake, so that you won't go below that. This feature helps you avoid hunger-driven binges that often derail your progress. It's all about long-term adherence, which is the key to any successful weight loss journey, right? So let's address the temptation to slash calories as low as possible for quick results. It might sound appealing at first, but the reality is that most of the initial weight loss is just water. Eventually, you're gonna lose lean muscle along with that, and the hunger and fatigue from extreme calorie cuts often lead to binge eating and regaining all the weight, sometimes even more. With MacroFactor, the focus is on sustainability and preserving muscle mass, which is crucial for achieving your goals in a healthy way. What really sets MacroFactor apart is how it personalizes your experience. So every week, the app checks in to see how you're progressing. If your weight is trending down at the right place, your targets might stay the same or be tweaked slightly, maybe a little bit more protein or a little fewer carbs. If you're losing weight too quickly, it adjusts your calories up slightly. And if the opposite happens, it nudges your calories down. But here's the beauty of it. The adjustments are always subtle. There's no wild swings in your targets. There's no panic-induced calorie cuts and no doubling your intake overnight. Everything is measured and thoughtful. It's like working with a nutrition coach who really knows their stuff. Speaking of nutrition coaches, MacroFactor's adjustments, they feel remarkably similar to what you'd get from a real coach. Having worked with one myself, I noticed the app's weekly check-ins and careful changes to targets mirrored my coaching experience. This level of precision is a huge plus for anyone who wants that professional touch without the hefty price tag, of course. Food logging is tedious sometimes, and MacroFactor really makes it lightning fast. The search function is smart enough to find matches even if you enter words out of order. For example, like typing peanut butter Jif instead of typing Jif peanut butter. And if you can't find the barcode, you can manually input nutrition info from the label. Each food entry displays its calories and macros right away, so there's no need to click around to verify it's the right choice. Logging is as simple as pressing a little plus sign, which saves time and it makes the app incredibly user-friendly. The ease of use is why so many people stick with it. Accuracy is another area where MacroFactor really shines. Its food database is on par with 𝗪𝗵𝘆, which is known for its meticulously verified entries. And in our opinion, it's far better than apps like MyFitnessPal that have a lot of unverified entries. When you're serious about hitting your targets, accuracy matters. If the database is off, it's like playing a guessing game with your results. Progress isn't just about the numbers on the scale, and MacroFactor really gets that. The app allows you to log body fat percentage, circumference measurements for specific areas like your right wrist or your left wrist, and you can even upload progress photos. This multifaceted approach really helps you stay motivated, especially when the scale isn't moving, but your body composition is clearly improving. It's these little details that make such a big difference. Of course, no app is perfect, right? MacroFactor does have a few downsides. It organizes logged foods by time of day rather than by meals. For someone like me who prefers grouping foods into breakfast, lunch, and dinner, this can feel a little bit clunky. And that said, people who practice intermittent fasting might actually like this feature since it shows exactly when you're eating. Another minor gripe is that there's no desktop version, at least not yet. While I do a lot of my tracking on my phone, having a larger screen option would be really nice for reviewing data in a lot more detail. And then, of course, MacroFactor doesn't have a free version, but considering what you're getting trying, the pricing is a bargain. It's $11.99 a month or $71.99 annually. Comparing that to hiring a nutrition coach, which can cost hundreds of dollars a month, you are saving a ton. Plus, unlike most free apps, MacroFactor is ad-free, and it provides customized targets rather than generic recommendations. If you're serious about your goals, this is an investment in your health. It's not just another expense. And of course, let's not forget the real-world results. Users like Pascal, who lost 52 pounds in 14 months, and Davis, who dropped 20 pounds while improving her relationships with food. That's proof that MacroFactor really works. This app helps you build sustainable habits, whether you're focused on weight loss or managing your results long-term. Now, after you reach your goal, you can switch to maintenance mode, where the app will gradually increase your calories and keeps your weight stable. This feature is invaluable for avoiding that dreaded rebound weight gain. So, is MacroFactor right for you? Now, if you're a beginner, you're gonna love the educational tools that explain the science behind their targets, while people who are more experienced are going to appreciate that fine-tuned adjustment that it gives you. And if you're looking for an app that supports you beyond weight loss, this app has you covered because it has that maintenance mode. Now, after covering all that, to simplify getting started, there's only 5 things you need to do. First, you're gonna download the app, use the code FeastGood for your free 2-week trial, then complete the initial onboarding questionnaire to get your starting targets. Consistently log your food intake and weight each day for 1 week. Keep an eye on your email for science-backed articles to explain what is happening behind the scenes regarding your body composition and why the targets are what they are for your given goal. And then you can check in on your designated day to get your new targets. And that's it. Then rinse and repeat steps 3 through 5 until you achieve your goal. If you want a more in-depth guide on what to do after downloading the app, this video is going to explain how everything works and show you what the app looks like on the inside. So thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you've tried MacroFactor or if you have any questions. See you next time.